Hello everyone, welcome back. Severt is here, coming back with new series and part 1 of What If Deku Was the Ghost Rider, and oh boy, I'm gonna enjoy every second of it. uh, well, our story starts off with Izuku, just like normal. He's born quirkless and Bakugo was bullying him since he was a child, and until he's, 15 years old. But we don't care about that. We care about when he in the day before the last day of middle school. Bakugo, in the class, the teacher were, teaching the kids, and after the class ended, Bakugo goes to Izuku as he said, Oi, Deku! As Izuku said, Yes, Kachan, what is it? As Bakugo said, Are you still want to become a hero? As Izuku said, Yeah, I mean, this is my dream, as Bakugo said. Bullshit, your dream is not achievable, so stop dreaming like this, and search for something new in your life. As Izuku said, but Kachan, at least let me have this chance. As Bakugo said, You don't have any chance, you asshole. You are a worthless piece of shit, so stop trying what you're doing. As Izuku said, but as Bakugo threw an explosion as his desk and said, There is nothing as but. Well, if you're not gonna go the easy way, then how about I punch you until you understand what I mean? And after that, Bakugo and two of his goons start beating up Izuku in the classroom. And after they done, Bakugo said, There! Now, I want to see you, if you trying to become a hero right now. I'm doing all of this to protect you, Deku. If you gone out and become a hero, you will just gonna kill yourself. As Izuku said, Okay, Kachan, just please leave me. As Bakugo said, Yeah, right. Come on, guys, let's go. And after that, Bakugo and his goons leave. As Izuku said, Why is this happening to me, as always? Why did you change, Kachan? We were just like brothers when we were childrens. I don't really know what's happened to you, but I wish that you will gonna understand one day. And after that, Izuku take his bag and leave the school. But this time, he go to the forest because he want to, some relaxing time to himself. Calling his phone saying, Mom, as Inko from the other side said, Yes, Izuku, what is it? As Izuku said, I'll be late tonight because I want to stay in the forest for a little bit to smell some fresh air. As Inko said, Did Bakugo bully you again? As Izuku said, Yeah, I just want some fresh air. As Inko said, Alright, Izuku, just don't get late. As Izuku said, Alright, Mom. And after that, he closed the phone and go to you know, the forest, start walking in it, saying, Why am I born quirkless? At least if I born only with something like my mom quirk, telekinesis, maybe Bakugo wasn't gonna become like this. And just move in the forest, and before he knew it, he lost himself in the forest. As he said, wait, where am I? As he starts running in the direction that he come from, but he lost himself in the forest, saying, Shit, what did I really lost? Now my mom will gonna be worried about me. And after that, the sky, after a couple of hours trying Izuku to get out of the forest, the sky starts raining. As Izuku said, I need to find somewhere to stay inside. As Izuku running with his back on his head, protecting himself from the rain. And he see a cave, as Izuku said, perfect. And then he got into the cave. As he walked inside, getting a little bit, more getting even deeper in the cave, he suddenly the ground under his feet starts shaking, and then it's open up as Izuku fall underground. As he said, "Wow!" And after that, he fall on his face as he said, "Ouch, my head." Oh, why? How can I get out of here? As he looking up, seeing that he fall a very high fall, as he said, "How am I even survived this?" as he tried to climb, but he fallen again and again, but said, shit, I need to find another way. As from behind, he feels something so hot, as he said, what is this? As he spin around, he's seeing some torches in a very, in a little like room inside the cave. It's so perfect design, but it's just, a cave with a lots of torches in the room. It's like whatever. It's just seeing torches on the walls, and he said, "Why is there torches here?" And in the middle of the place inside the cave, he see a book with a skull on its face on this book. As he said, "What is this?" As he go to touch it, as the book looking like this, as Izuku said, what a weird book, as it's not glowing at all. Izuku opened it up, he's seeing inside the pages some weird thing, as he said, what? Hell flames? Demons? The curse of the vengeance? Soul? What is this? And after that, Izuku just flipping the pages, as one of the pages has cut off his finger a little bit, which making him drip a little bit of blood on the page, as he said, ouch, my finger. And he accidentally make the book fall from his hands, as the pages that this blood has fall on is a page with a photo of a skull that's on fire. As Izuku said, ouch, why this page is so sharp? As the book close himself and start glowing with red colors and open his mouth, as Izuku said, what is happening? And after that, under Izuku feet, a circle being made under his feet, looking like this, and flames start surrounding him, as he said, I need to get out of here. As he tried to get out of the circle, but there's something like a barrier blocking his way. He started punching it, saying, please help anyone, as the circle just getting hotter and hotter, and Izuku starts screaming in pain, saying, my head, stop it, as he just burning until he see his hand start burning, and all the flesh on it starts burning until there is nothing left but bones. He touching his face, feeling his skull, as he says, just screaming in pain higher and higher, and after that, the circle disappeared and Izuku fall on the ground. And after a couple of minutes, Izuku waking up in a dark place, as he stand up, as he said, where am I? As he start to move, but before he moved very far away, he tripped by something, as he fall on his head, saying, ouch, my head. And after that, someone said, Izuku, are you okay? As Inku opened Izuku door, and then flip the switch of the light, as she seeing Izuku has tripped on his back, as Inku said, what? Why are you on the ground, Izuku? As Izuku said, wait, what? Why am I here? As Inku said, what do you mean you are here, Izuku? You have come back before midnight last night. As Izuku said, are you serious, mom? As Inku said, yeah, you just come back so perfectly fine. I was even surprised to see you smile that last night. Izuku said, I was smiling? Inku said, yeah, you were so happy, and I'm really happy for that. As she said, well, come on, let's eat our breakfast. And after that, Izuku said, what's happened last night? As Izuku get out of the room, wearing, as he wearing his normal clothes, black t-shirt with, blue pajamas and his red shoes, as Izuku sat on the table and his mom opened the news, as the news reporter said, and the last night, in the middle of the night, some weird vigilante has gone haywire in Japan, killing 300 villain with one night. As Izuku said, what? As Inku said, yeah, there's some kind of vigilante has killed a lot of villains last night. The transporter continues saying, that vigilante has gone so insane, and he burned all of those villains' bodies. The only thing that we ever see has been left is just a black dust everywhere and some burn marks on the walls. But mostly some weird steps on the ground. It's like he was walking and his shoes were on fire or something like that. The heroes start searching for this new vigilante to get him back to justice. Who's this new vigilante? We called him by the name we call him by the name Inferno for how he styled to leave the body without even any bones. The body of all the villains that he killed just turned into black dust. We will gonna tell you more information when we got those information out of the heroes. As Izuku said, why does that happened last night? As Inku said, yeah, Izuku, and I'm really happy that you didn't get hurt by him. As Izuku said, huh, weird. And after that, he complete his breakfast and go to the school. As in the school, the teacher come in after Izuku sit in the back of the class. He come in saying, well, students, this is the last day of middle school for you, and you really should start thinking about your future. I have some, this paper have some jobs that you might want to get. Police officer, firefighter, or maybe even a chef or something like that. But I know what you all want to be. You all want to be heroes. As he throw the paper in the air, and everyone start cheering up as the teacher said, well, looks like we have two students who are gonna go to UA. As Bakugo jump on his desk saying, Teach, don't put me with these losers. They will be lucky if they become a sidekick to a sidekick of a D-lister. I am the real deal here. As the teacher said, well, Bakugo, you have a very strong quirk and you might actually make it into UA. And I see that Izuku Midoriya always want to go to UA. As everyone looking at Izuku, as Bakugo said, him? The quirkless nerd? What's he gonna do? As Izuku said, I mean, Kachan, at least I want to try my chances. As Bakugo said, you have no chances to win, Deku. Just give up. As he go to below his desk and Izuku fall on his back saying, Kachan, please just stop it. As this teacher is actually caring for Izuku and he doesn't like to see him get bullied. As he said, Bakugo, stop. Right now, or I will gonna stop your recommended to UA. Your papers to apply to UA. As Bakugo said, whatever, teach. As he sat down, and after the class ended, the teacher get out of the class, and before any other student get out, Bakugo immediately go on Izuku and blow his desk, throwing him on the wall. As he said, all the other students are still in the class. The teacher are the only one that left. As Bakugo said, stop applying to UA, Deku, or I'm gonna blow the shit out of your face. As Izuku said, but Kachan, as Bakugo got hold of his notebook and destroy it and throw it out of the window and said, how many times that I should to tell you that you were gonna just die if you got into UA? So why don't you just accept the fact that you are quirkless and weak? As he got hold of his clothes and throw him in front of the class on the garbage, the garbage, the little garbage on the side of the class. As Baku got some apple juice out of his back and said, let me show you your place, Deku. As he start throwing the apple juice on Izuku while he's on the ground, and he's looking like this, throwing the apple juice on his head while Izuku is with the garbage on his head. As he said, you are weak and you will always be weak, so why don't you just give up? As Izuku hear everyone just telling him, quirkless, 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 and Izuku said in his mind, why are they all shouting at me? What did I ever do to them? As he hearing in his mind said, why don't you just blow the shit out of his face? He's pissing me off. As if Izuku after Bakugo said, oh come on Izuku, give up already. As Izuku getting angry and look at Bakugo eyes with the glowing orange eyes. As he said, "Leave me alone!" As he stand up and punched Bakugo in the face, sending him through the wall of the back of the class. Everyone's surprised as they see Izuku with the glowing orange eye like there is a fire inside of him, as he sprint at Bakugo and got hold of him and throw him by a couple other walls of the other classes and throw him away. All the students in the classes just shocked seeing Izuku just throwing Bakugo on the walls, as Bakugo got hold of himself saying, "What?" As Izuku said, "I'm fucking bored of you bullying me every day. I'm gonna kill you." As Izuku go to throw a punch on Bakugo while he's still on the wall, Bakugo dodging this punch, Izuku head being stuck in the wall as he tried to get it out, but it didn't get out, as he said, "Ah!" And after that, he make the whole wall fall off, and Bakugo said, "What the hell?" As he throw an explosion directly at Izuku's right arm. Izuku blocking this attack, but his arm being burned off and very injured, as Bakugo said, "Deku!" As Izuku said, "Do you think this will hurt me?" As Izuku got hold of his right arm with his left and rip it off out of its place, throwing it in front of Bakugo, as he said, "After all what you did to me, do you think this will hurt?" As Bakugo surprising, You just cut off your arm, you idiot!" As Izuku right arm starts regenerating, as he said, "Yeah, and I will gonna cut off yours." As he go at Bakugo starts running away with explosion. Izuku just smashing through walls saying, "Come back here!" As Bakugo after that, he managed to get out of the school, but start flying out in the street, as Izuku just jumping after him. He's so fast, he's moving so fast that he leaving a footprints in the concrete under his feet. As he said, "Come here, you asshole!" As Bakugo said, "What's wrong with you?" As Izuku seeing a car in front of him, as he throw the guy that inside the car out of it, and then got hold of the car and throw it at Baku while he's still in the air. Baku getting hit by it and being thrown at the ground. Izuku didn't let him die because he wanted to beat the living shit out of him. As Izuku start looking left and right, as he see a street lamp, as he just putting his hand on it and rip it out of the ground and go at Bakugo. As he said, "Die!" And before that happened, Death Arm come in front of Izuku and said, "What's wrong with you, kid?" As Izuku said, "Get out of my way, you asshole!" As he hit Strong Arm with the lamp, throwing Strong Arm away and going at Bakugo to beat him. But before that happened, Mount Lady come in and put her hand in front of Izuku with her, in like a mountain form when she are really big. As she said, "What's wrong with you, kid?" As Bakugo said, "Get out of my way, you big-ass lady!" As he punched her hand away, and after that, he go at Bakugo trying to throw explosion, saying, "What's wrong with you? Why are you all of the sudden break down?" As Izuku said, "Come here!" As he finally jumped after Bakugo and got hold of him. As they start falling from the sky, Izuku in the middle of the air is just punching Bakugo face into blood, making him break his nose and his hand break it also. And he just, after they crash into the ground, he starts punching Bakugo left and right, and Transporter starts putting this on the news, as they see just Izuku with the full orange glowing fire eyes, as Death Arms from behind throwing punch at Izuku, throwing him on the wall. As he said, "Kid, you need to calm down." As Izuku said, "Get out of my way, I'm gonna kill him." As he fly at Death Arm and got hold of him and start spinning around and throw him out at the building. Mount Lady come trying to punch Izuku, but Izuku catching her arm, and while she is very big, he flip her above his head and throw her into the ground. And after that, he got back to Bakugo. But before that happened, from the sky, someone fall and said, "I am here." Or you know what? Not All Might. Let's put someone else. As from the sky, a very big fire being thrown at Izuku, as That guy being Endeavor said, "What's wrong with you, kid? What are you trying to do?" As Buck said, "He's trying to kill me." As Endeavor said, "So, why does he trying to kill you?" As Buck said, as Endeavor said, how about you run away and let me take care of this?" As Izuku stand up after he being burned 3 degrees burn, his skin start to heal up as he said, "Get out of my way, Endeavor!" As Endeavor said, "Calm down, kid, or should I kill you? Or I will gonna hurt you." As Izuku said, "We will see about that." As he go at Endeavor, Endeavor's throwing fire at Izuku. Izuku just going right through it and catch Endeavor hand and give him a punch directly in his face, throwing him on the ground. And after that, he got hold of his leg and start hitting him left and right into the ground, left and right. And Kamui Woods come to try using his woods around Izuku as he said, "Calm down, kid. What's wrong? Just calm down." As Izuku said, "I'm not gonna calm down." As he starts spinning around and throw, um, Kamui was on death arms that he was about to go after Izuku. And before Izuku managed to go after death arm, and Kamui was the place being filled with a like pink smoke as Izuku starts smelling and saying, "What is this? It's so relaxing." As he fall on the ground. And Midnight comes saying, "Sheesh, what's happened with this kid?" As Endeavor said, "Ugh, what's wrong with him? All of a sudden he's just being so fucking strong and even breaks my nose." As she said, "Well, let's take him before he got up again." And after that, Izuku waking up in a police, confession room or whatever they are, the room where they put the prisoner. As Izuku looking at his hand with the quirk canceling device, as he said, "Oh, why is this?" As he look in front of him, he's seeing the chief of police and the detective and All Might. As Izuku said, "All Might, I'm one of your big fans." As All Might said, "Stop it, kid." As the detective said, "Kid, why did you did this?" As Izuku looking weird at him saying, "What did I do? What do you mean why did I did this?" As the chief of police said, "I don't you remember? You have break down the city and destroy half of your school." As Izuku said, "What do you mean?" As All Might said, "Looks like he doesn't remember. Let's show him the footage." As they show Izuku footage from his fight with the Endeavor Mount Lady, Kamiwas, and Death Arms, as he's seeing himself throwing cars and just chaos. As Izuku said, "This is impossible. I'm quirkless." As All Might said, "Quirkless? You call this quirkless?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I'm quirkless. This is impossible. I mean, I can't even lift up a 10 kilograms like this." As All Might said, did you're looking at the detective saying, "Do you think that his quirk manifested?" As detective said, "I don't really know, but let's do a test." As the detective get a knife and Izuku said, "What are you trying to do?" As the detective got hold of Izuku arm and said, "I'm sorry, but I need to do this." As he slashed Izuku arm, as Izuku said, "Ouch, this is hurts." And they looking at Izuku arm still bleeding, but it didn't regenerate. As the chief of police said, "What?" As the detective said, "How interesting. Why don't you regenerate?" As Izuku said, "What do you mean regeneration? I'm quirkless. How about you do a test and see if I'm quirkless?" As All Might said, "Well, let's see this. Let's see if he's quirkless or not." As after that, the detective did this. As they see the Izuku is quirkless. As All Might said, "What? Quirkless? This is impossible." As Izuku said, "What is happening and why am I doing this to Kachan?" As All Might said, "Kachan?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, he's my childhood friends and I will never hurt him." As All Might said, "Well, you already did, kid, and I don't know what's happened to you, but looks like we have mixed up with you." looks like this is a villain with some sort of shape-shifting quirk. As Izuku said, why is there a villain gonna go after my friend? As Almighty said, I don't really know, but sorry kid for keeping you here. Since you are quirkless, well, we will gonna put on the news that you were just a kid that some villain take shape of and got haywild in the city. As Izuku said, thank you, All Might, but can you give me your autograph? As All Might said, well then, if you want this, I can give it to you. As you can say, is my way to say I am sorry for putting you here. As the detective said, well, I'm sorry, young Midoriya, you can leave. As Izuku leaves the room and he see his mother on the chair crying, as he go to hug her sensing, oh my baby boy, what's happened to you there? They told me that you got insane and something like that, but Izuku said, calm down mom, it's nothing. All my saying that I'm still quirkless, didn't develop a quirk, as Izuku was actually hoping for that to be real, but he said in his mind, it must be just a dream. And after that he go back with his mother into the house. And after that Inko said, well Izuku, do you want some food or do you want to go to your room to rest? As Izuku said, I think I will gonna sleep, I'm really tired. And after that Izuku go to, the bathroom to wash his face. As he washing his face, looking in the mirror, seeing a flaming skull with a black leather jacket, as he's screaming in fear, saying, what the? As he fall on his back, and the Inko said, Izuku, are you okay? As the skull in the mirror saying, well, you better tell her that there's nothing. As Izuku looking at him saying, what? As he said, tell her that there's nothing happening here. As Izuku said, it's nothing, mom. As Inko said, alright Izuku. And after that, Izuku said, who are you? As the guy in the skull in the mirror said, kid, well, let me introduce myself. I'm Ghost Rider. You can call me Vengeance. It's just a name. As Izuku said, you are Flaming Skull. As Vengeance said, yeah, and you are so idiot to make that deal with Mephisto. As Izuku said, Mephisto? What are you talking about? What kind of deal? As he, Ghost said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean a deal. I meant to play with his book. After that, Johnny Blaze guy defeated him. He died and all what is left that book, and you like an idiot has put in your finger on it. Well, I'm thankful to you, because if it wasn't for your stupidity, I wouldn't able to go out in the street and finally get my vengeance on those villains. As Izuku said, vengeance? Villains? As his eyes whiting, saying, you are the reason for the 300 killed the last night. As Vengeance starts, laughing, saying, yes, kid, it was me. Well, too bad, but I'm sorry. I tried to keep myself from killing like 1,000, but I got, carried away because after 2,000 years of being prisoned inside that book, waiting for someone to be my new vessel, I really wanted to kill some villains. As Izuku said, what are you talking about? As Vengeance said, how about you go into your room and search in your back, and you might understand what I'm talking about. As Izuku said, okay. As Izuku get out of the bathroom, as Inko said, is everything okay, Izuku? As Izuku smiled, saying, yeah, mom, everything okay. It's just not a big deal. As Inko said, alrighty then, Izuku. And after that, Izuku go into his room and close the door behind him. Starts searching in his bag, seeing the book. The same book with the skull on it. As Vengeance said, well, this is the book. Congratulations, kid. You are right now my new vessel. As Izuku said, your new vessel? What are you talking about? He's looking in his mirror. Izuku, his mirror in his room, as Vengeance said, well, this book have the curse of me, the curse of the Ghost Rider, and right now you are me and I am you. Normally, Mephisto, when he put the curse, he used a paper instead of the book, because if he used the book, then I will gonna get, you can say, morphed with the vessel that I'm living inside forever, and he will never be able to put me inside the new riders in the future. But since you are throw your blood on the page, on the pages of the book, me and you will gonna live together for the rest of our life, kid. As Izuku said, what do you mean the rest of our lives? As Vengeance said, oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't mean the rest of our lives. I was meaning the rest of our immortality. As Izuku said, what are you talking about? You're talking nonsense. Nonsense, and I was dreaming. I mean, I'm talking with a flaming skull in the mirror. I'm just dreaming. As Vengeance said, oh, it's not a dream. As Izuku punched himself and said, what the? After that, he punched himself with his right hand, as Vengeance said, yeah, it's me, kid, don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you so much, I'm trying to make you believe that I am real. As Izuku said, well, if you are real, what's happening to me? As Vengeance said, well, kid, from now on, I am you and you are me. We are one as the same, and we will gonna kill all the villains in the world. With my power, we can use it together and become the Vengeance, the Ghost Rider. As Izuku said, you mean, what do you mean exactly? As Vengeance said, look at your hand, kid, and imagine a flame inside it. As Izuku did this, and after that, his hands covered with flames. As Izuku said, I have a quirk? I have a quirk? As smiling at Vengeance, as Vengeance said, shut up and don't call me a quirk, Midoriya or whatever, kid, because I'm better than a quirk. I'm a lot stronger than anything that you ever imagined. And if you ever called me a quirk next time, I will gonna punch you again. As Izuku said, alright, but that means I can become a hero. My dreams can finally be achieved. As Vengeance in the mirror said, not gonna happen, kid. As Izuku said, what do you mean? As Vengeance said, I will not gonna spare any life of a villain. I will gonna kill them all. So, if you want my power, how about we work together? I'm not gonna become some hero that capture villains. I will gonna kill villains, understand? As Izuku said, but I don't want to kill anyone. As Vengeance start laughing, saying, kid, but you already killed the 300th villain. Don't you remember? And Izuku after that remember saying, it was me? As he fall on his knees, starts crying, saying, no, this is impossible. It wasn't me. As Vengeance said, it was you, kid. Or you can see, it was your body with my help. Well, anyway, let me tell you about the powers. And if you agreed on my terms, we can live together and become the Ghost Rider. We can save people. We can help people. How do you that sound? As Izuku said, help people? As Vengeance said, yeah, isn't that your dream? To help others? As Izuku said, yeah, this is my dream, but I don't want to kill villains. As Vengeance said, this is your chance, kid. You can help people for the rest of your immortality, or you can just stay like what you are doing, and I can just every night get control over your body and just run in the street killing villains. So either way, you are will gonna kill someone, so how about you agree? As Izuku said, oh, alright, I agree. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.